Welcome to the training module on the PFE series AC to DC single output power module from TDK Lambda. This training module introduces the PFE-F and PFE-S series of power modules. The module's features and block diagrams are also discussed. The market for mid-power and fanless AC to DC power solutions is expanding. Every day, new applications arise for outdoor-mounted electronics, including pole-mounted wireless cell repeaters, LED signs, traffic signals and warning signs, toll equipment, and automated service kiosks. Some of the key requirements for these types of outdoor applications include no fan, wide temperature ranges of -40 to up to 85 degrees C, conduction cooling, and where a custom configuration is required. Many customers are using regular AC to DC power supplies for these outdoor-mounted and robust applications. However, they often run into problems in cooling the supplies, especially in hot desert areas, such as Phoenix, Arizona. Often, they have to modify their design to provide extra cooling for the power semiconductors and capacitors, and these supplies are usually not rated for operation above +70 degrees C. Most AC to DC power supplies that provide 300 watts and above must have an internal fan. Since fans are electromechanical devices, they are the least reliable component in these power supplies. We are now seeing a migration of many customers from conventional AC to DC power boxes to the use of these new PFE brick power modules because the new brick design places all the power components on the same PCB, thus reducing the size of the end product and eliminating the power interconnect wires. In addition, this design allows the power supplies to be cooled by means of heat sinks or cold plates. The PFE series combines what previously required two bricks into a single brick. In the past, a separate AC front-end module that included the rectification and power factor correction functions would be required in addition to a second module that comprised a DC to DC converter that would provide the regulated lower voltage DC output. This diagram shows the mechanical layout for a typical two-brick solution along with some of the necessary external components. This once popular solution has been made obsolete by the introduction of the PFE series, a single brick solution. The space and cost savings of the PFE series are quite significant. The TDK Lambda PFE series is a unique family of PCB mountable brick-based AC to DC power modules. This single brick solution provides a lower cost and smaller footprint AC to DC solution. Some external components are required, as is in the case with other power modules, but the net result is a PCB board saving of up to 50% compared to the two-brick solution. And because the module and its external components can be fitted to the customer's available shape and space, the PFEs work well in custom applications. These power modules operate with a universal AC input of 85 to 265 volts AC and include power factor correction. Modules are available with output voltages ranging from 12 volts up to 48 volts DC and power ratings from 300 watts to 1000 watts. All the models are fully isolated and are ideal for conduction, cooled, and custom applications. One module of PFE series now contains the functions previously only attainable by combining a front-end module with a high-voltage input DC to DC converter. The product is made using a wide-range input AC to DC front-end function based on a harmonic current control and power factor correction and a DC to DC back-end. Power factor harmonic current or AC to DC conversion is also provided. Primary and secondary isolation exists for better safety and wider input range. High efficiencies with up to 100 degrees C max base plate temperatures are possible. The PFE series includes 6 standards PFE 300S and PFE 500S models, where the S stands for Simple Function Modules. These models are fully regulated and are available with output voltages of either 12, 28, or 48 volts DC. The modules have a large adjustment range, as can be seen in the slide. For example, the 28-volt unit can easily be adjusted to 24 volts, and the 48-volt unit can provide 56 volts if desired. The maximum operating base plate temperature for these PFE models ranges from positive 85 degrees C to 100 degrees C, and the modules can be mounted to cold plates or metal structures for conduction cooling. These modules have standard full brick dimensions, which are 2.4 inches wide by 0.5 inches high by 4.6 inches long. This is the external circuitry for the PFE 500S module. Its input voltage range can be single phase from 85 to 265 volts AC, and the line frequency ranges from 47 to 63 Hz. Care should be taken whilst applying the input voltage range, otherwise it may be damaged. This power module has no internal fuse. An external fuse must be used to acquire each safety standard. In addition, a fast blow type of fuse must be used per module. Inrush surge current flows during line throw. I2T ratings of the external switch and external fuse must be checked. There are a number of safety-critical external components that are recommended for use with the PFE series. The EMI filter of C1 to C14, L1 and 2, which is X2 and Y2 approved, should be used, and the inrush resistor must be sand-filled and of the fusible type. Its value can be found using the formula given. The bulk capacitor value of 780 microfarads will give a typical 25 millisecond hold up at 500 watt load. Except for the PFE 700S, all the other models in the PFE series are fully regulated. The PFE 700S is semi-regulated and has a nominal output of 50 to 57 volts DC depending upon the load. This model is fully isolated and ideal as the source for an intermediate bus architecture where a tightly regulated DC to DC converter is not required. These modules can be parallel connected using the droop mode method and have no output voltage adjustment. The PFE 700S is a standard full brick size module, which is 2.4 by 0.5 by 4.6 inches. The PFE series consists of 6 F or full function versions, which have added features including active current sharing and remote on-off control. The PFE 500F is rated at 500 watts, and the PFE 1000F is rated from 720 watts up to 1000 watts, depending upon the output voltage. Like the other PFE modules, these two are available with fully regulated DC outputs of either 12, 28, or 48 volts and have wide adjustment ranges for specific applications. The maximum base plate temperature range is from positive 85 degrees C up to 100 degrees C. The PFE 500F is only slightly larger than the PFE 500S. The PFE 1000F is the largest of the series, which is 3.94 wide by 0.53 inches high by 6.3 inches long, but is still a very compact package for the amount of output power it can provide. This is a block diagram of the PFE 1000F showing from input to output the basic functional components. Included in the PFE module are the AC rectifiers, the PFC circuits, filters, controls, DC to DC converters, output rectifiers, and signal circuits, to name a few. The PFE series are fully isolated from input to output. In addition to active current sharing for parallel up to 6 PFE modules, The PFE 500F and PFE 1000F models have a remote on-off control, which is an opto-isolated input plus an auxiliary output from 10 to 14 volts DC at up to 20 milliamps. In addition, a DC good open collector output that can sink up to 10 milliamps when the output is good is also included with these models. This is the PCB board design. As with all power modules, the calculations for cooling and heat management need to be taken care of since it improves the efficiency of the power supply. Some of the guidelines of PCB spacing have been shown on the slide. Let's now discuss the PFE evaluation board. The PFE 1000F eval board has all PFE features and as such is the quickest way to evaluate the entire series. Alternatively, TDK Lambda can provide bare PCBs, bills of materials, Gerber files, outline drawings, and PCB layouts to customers who want to build up their own eval boards. This slide was taken from a section in the PFE datasheet. It shows the standard model numbers and their ratings. A selection of heat sinks and suggested inrush resistors and EMI inductors for the PFE series are shown on the slide. The part numbering scheme is also shown.